Okay, Razorback fans, today we're going to talk about the backup quarterback situation at Arkansas, and we're going to do a little recap of the spring game that happened this past weekend. Right, it was more of a glorified practice, so no one was taken down to the ground. There was no tackling. It was just a practice that had a television crew there, which is fine, not a big deal. But let's take it with a grain of salt. But we're going to look at Malik Hornsby and look at about 4 plays that I think do a good job demonstrating his development as a quarterback. Yes, again, I can't reemphasize enough that it is a spring, it is a practice, so take it with a grain of salt, but you still like seeing what you saw from Hornsby. Several throws from within the pocket, going through his progressions, staying within the pocket, and then he showcases his strong arm whenever he's within the pocket. And then we're going to look at Cade Fortin a bit as well. And there wasn't a ton of clips I was able to get of Cade Fortin. The television angle was a little bit kind of hard to break down, but I wanted to point out just a few throws from Fortin and then show one of the plays that showcase his ability to move. He's probably a better mover than most people think. But we're going to look at Malik Hornsby first and just look at some of these plays that I think do a good job demonstrating his development as a quarterback, and then we're going to watch his catch as well because I think he's athletic and good enough to pull off the wide receiver position, but also be the backup quarterback, and then we'll dive into some Cade Fortin as well. So again, take it with a grain of salt. It's a glorified practice is what I'm going to refer to it as, but still some takeaways that I think are worth noticing and worth putting out there, especially if you are dialed into Arkansas football and dialed into the backup quarterback situation, right? So any diehard fans are probably watching this. All the other subscribers probably going to just skip right by this. But if you're new and you like this type of content, please consider subscribing, like the video, all that fun YouTube stuff, and let's go ahead and look at some Malik Hornsby clips from this practice. Okay, so here we got Hornsby at the top of the screen. On the right outside the numbers here, and this is his catch with the first team offense, which is a good sign if you're a fan of Hornsby moving to the receiver position. So I just wanted to show it here. Again, off coverage, stops, right? If you give an athlete like Hornsby that type of space and he can do a lot of damage after the catch, of course they weren't tackling here, but just an example of what could happen down the road, seeing Hornsby at the receiver position, just being able to catch it and be able to get the ball in open space, right? Watch it one more time. Ball comes out quick. I mean, if he's able to get the ball 2-3 times a game from the receiver position, I think that could be potentially a win for the Razorback offense. But just wanted to show his catch as well as some of these throws coming up, which we'll go check out here right now. All right, so here's one of my favorite plays from Hornsby from the scrimmage here. You're going to see him do a good job staying in the pocket, go through his progressions, right? But he's comfortable in the pocket, throws a strike to the middle of the field and showcases his arm talent here. So I think this is a good example of what you want in your backup quarterback, right? It shows him maturing, progressing. Notice he starts looking over here, comes back to his crossing route over the middle. I believe he ends up dropping the ball, but as far as Hornsby's job, he does a good job here, right? Let's watch it one more time. We'll go through it a bit slower. Starts off with this read over here. Then you're going to see him come back to the middle. Comes back to the middle of the field. Slight step up, gets ready to throw, and then he shows off his arm talent here. That's a really good throw right there. But if you're an Arkansas fan, especially a Hornsby fan, you really like seeing this from him at the quarterback position. Boom, good job right there. Again, I know it's a spring game, but still encouraging to see this. Not a spring game, it's a practice, right? It's just a practice, but still encouraging to see this. And you can see his arm strength right there as he goes through his progression. So let's go ahead and check out a few more throws of Hornsby before we go to Fortin. So similar to the play we just saw, but it's another great example of his arm strength, but his ability to throw from within the pocket, right? I think it is improving, at least from the clips that we've seen here, right? But you're going to see him throw from the right hash. He's able to fit it on a tight seam pass here. I'm sorry, not the right hash, left hash. He's going to fit it on a tight seam pass here to the left side of the field. Let's go ahead and check it out. Watch his arm strength here. He's about to chunk it right through here. Ball comes out. That's a tough throw. Downfield, pause it right. I know it's not a great angle, but still he's throwing it downfield. It's probably 30-ish plus yards in the air on a line in this hole here. Right? He has to sit him down here. Defender. Good job there by Hornsby. We'll watch it one more time. Again, sitting in the pocket. Ball comes out, shows his arm strength. Boom, good job there by Hornsby, right? If again, you like seeing this type of throw from your backup quarterback. Boom. Showing that he can throw it and showing that the offense, when he got put in last year, the offense was a bit kind of one-dimensional. He's either going to run it or do a short pass. But this right here shows the ability is there. Really nice to see him progress. Let's go ahead and watch one more play of Hornsby. All right, last clip we're going to watch of Hornsby. And I think this is, of course, what separates Hornsby from Fortin at the number 2 spot. There's several things, right? But this the ability to make plays with his legs. But a few good takeaways here. You're going to see him be patient in the pocket. He's going through his progressions, looking for his read, nothing there. Then he uses his legs to buy time, get out to the pocket, and make a good throw, right? So you like a few things there, right? Of course, you know his athletic mobility, but he's in the pocket. He's going through progressions. He doesn't bail, right? He goes through progressions, comfortable, going, nothing there. Okay, let me use my athleticism to come out here. Nice closing speed, actually, by that backer. And then a good job throwing on the run from Hornsby there. So, again, we all know his athletic ability is going to separate him from most and any quarterbacks on the roster. But it's nice to see that the progressions first before he decides to take off and run. So those are the Hornsby clips. Let's go ahead and watch just a few of Fortin. All right, so here's Fortin. This was third-team offense against third-team defense here. You saw a few just quick passes that Fortin completed here. I'm not going to show all of them. I'm just going to show one here. I'm going to see a quick pass down here. Ball comes out quick, right? So, again, just showing he can get the ball out quick, which is nice to see. Just from the pocket. Nothing crazy here. Again, there were a few throws like this, and there were a few guys open on this play. Kind of had his pick of choice, if you will. Open guy here, open guy there. Again, off coverage. But just nice seeing, a completion there. Again, he had several short completions like that play. All right, so Fortin's not the athlete, of course, that Hornsby or Jefferson is, but he's a better athlete than probably Arkansas fans realize, right? He can use his legs if he needs to, so I think he's athletic enough to run the RPO. Just see a little kind of make a guy miss right there. Now, again, they weren't tackling, right? But still, you can see just an example of some athleticism that is there. We're going to check it one more time. So maybe you feel like a Joe Burrow athleticism, maybe. That might be too strong of a comparison. But able to have some moves if he needs to. So it is nice if for some reason he had to play this season, if for whatever reason, they'd be able to still run that RPO and at least have some type of mobility at the quarterback position. So I just wanted to show this because he does have some mobility. So we're just showing this clip here. All right, here's another Fortin play. Again, third-team offense against third-team defense. You can kind of see right there. It's going to be an incompletion, but I think it's the right read, right? I don't want you to think I'm dogging on the kid for missing the throw, but it's the right read. You just want to see him put the ball out there a bit more, right? So from left hash of the field, it is a long throw. Ball comes out when it's supposed to, right? He has a step on the defender, so it is the right read. You just want to see that ball get put out a bit more when you're pushing it downfield, right? Let him go get it. So just an example of Fortin throwing there. Maybe he still could have caught it, right? So, again, not all on Fortin there. Yeah, maybe he could have caught it. I'm not sure. But at least it's the right read. That's what you want to see in a new offense. So he's knowing the read. Just throw the ball out there. Let your receiver go get it. So, again, just a few clips from the practice. But I think if you're an Arkansas fan, I think it's encouraging to see some of Hornsby's progress, right? So I think you're going to feel a lot better this year if a situation pops up and Hornsby has to be put in the quarterback position. And it's also cool to see him at the receiver position. I think you're going to see him get the ball in his hands a bit more this season. And then I wanted to show those Fortin clips as well. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about the quarterback situation in general? I didn't show any KJ video at all for a few reasons. One, I could care less what he did at this game. If he was 10 for 10 with 3 touchdowns or 0 for 10 with 3 picks, who cares? It's just a practice. We know what KJ can do. And then two, I just wanted to spend some time showcasing and spotlighting the backup quarterback situation at Arkansas. Anyone that watches this channel knows how high I am on KJ. So if you want those old videos, you can go back and check those out. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about the quarterback situation in general? What do you think about the backup situation, just the depth that's going on right now? And just what do you think about Hornsby's progress as well as his potential change or his potential switch to playing some receiver as well? I think it's a good thing. I think it's encouraging. But I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments below. We'll see you next time on the next quarterback or football, just whatever football content related video. We'll see you next time.